It's the time we hammer.
Yeah, welcome back. This is a part 2 of our interview. You heard Milana May telling us about her spiritual life, her music career and all. We are in part 2. And this time around, I want to discuss her philanthropist work at the lakeside when it comes to environment. Welcome back. So,
Hi.
off camera, we were discussing something about the environment at the lake. The rubbers, the filth, how they keep their places and all that. How are you approaching the whole situation?
Positive attitude. That's the key. Because if we're not positive, I don't know what we're going to do.
Positive attitude from the people.
Well, it starts inside.
Yes.
I gotta have positive attitude. Okay, straightforward. The situation is definitely concerning, urging, important,
Okay.
priority.
Yeah.
I always end up in places where it's a priority, so I already know that about myself. The thing is, I see solutions that are easy to implement, and we're implementing them right now. And it's happening, and we're making great progress.
Okay.
And it's so many people are joining to help. So much support is coming, and we are creating Lake Basomtree more clean,
Okay.
more clear, more beautiful, more harmonious. We're removing everything that doesn't belong there. Some human produced stuff that was just put
That's a foreign product.
that was put on the ground
Yeah.
that doesn't belong, right? We're removing out of the ecosystem.
Okay.
So the ecosystem is pure nature. And then we're finding ways how to educate. So my nonprofit Guru My Metaversity, in collaboration with Bisland, which is Ghanaian nonprofit local, we are the main effort is to provide clean lake, clean
Okay.
water. The Lake Basomtree is connected to all water in Ghana, and not just in Ghana, but also in surrounding areas. It's been scientifically proven that there's a connection between Lake Basomtree and Ivory Coast, for example, the water in Ivory Coast. So I look at Lake Basomtree like an eye of Ghana. Like if we think of land like skin that covers the ground, right? But there's some open areas, and lake, it's like an open area. It's a vulnerable area. It's the area where the water inside that's under the crust is open to the outside world.
Yeah.
And that's that precious place where we can swim and enjoy and have fun. So when we take care of it and we make it beautiful and care for it, then the eye is going to be in good condition so we can see.
Right.
We can see truth. We can see better. We can think better. We can make better decisions. So, all the water that you're going to use to take shower, like today, or, wash your hands or anything, it's the same water that's connected in all of the underground water. It's the Basomtree Lake, same water. So if we're going to be putting stuff in the Lake Basomtree that doesn't belong there, it's going to get connected to all of the water.
Okay.
So that travels
You're polluting the
energetically.
water, okay.
Yeah.
So how are you getting people to maybe donate dustbins, waste bins, at various villages around the lake?
Yes, so these are some of the things that we're doing. So, I look at the change in several stages, right? Education, because without education, there's no point. Then it's the structure to support the education, then certain level of enforcement, of course, to make sure that it goes on, and then the future, how will we move forward into the future? So I'm right now in collaboration with Nana Entry, there's an education fund to provide education for the people that are around the lake, to give opportunities to the best, kids. And then having the structure, it's what you said, well, if there's a dustbin, we're going to use it.
Yeah.
If there's none, we don't know what to do.
Right.
Where do we put it? Right? So easy. It's an easy solution. Let's put signs that just remind people, hey, we have a new way of doing things. Now it doesn't go on the floor. It goes where it belongs. Simple.
So the first thing is to educate the people to know how to keep their refuse.
Yes.
And also
I want to say that educate not just about the technical part, but it's also educate to create that natural love for the nature. That's that.
So you respect the nature, you abuse it.
Yeah, so teach people to respect naturally. That's a big part, yes.
Talking about keeping the lake clean, and you're going to swim the lake. And I know they have some, traps for those fishermen, their canoes and their nets and all. How are you going to manage through all this? Well, I know the lake is full of traps.
Oh my gosh, he's so funny. This is literally, it's so funny when you think about it. It's like a maze.
Yeah.
I have to not just swim, I have to go to do like a maze.
I'm going to compete.
Energy master. When they ask me, do you have, somebody asked me a question, so are you swimming alone? You have competitors? I'm like, yeah, I guess swimming around all of these things is like my competitors, But no, I mean, there's traditional ways of how people around the lake have been living, and there's beautiful ways, People, there's a tradition of not using iron, for example, and it's a beautiful tradition that preserves the lake, so using the wooden planks to fish, So, yeah, I mean, those wooden pieces there that made for the fishing, sometimes I swim, I hit it with my head, like I swim, boom, up. But a lot of the time I don't. And so this is rare that I do, because somehow, some way, again, without even looking, I just go around them. I don't know how. It just happens. I really don't know how. I still keep asking that question. How is it that when I swim for 3 hours on that lake, never once that I hit anything with my head, and there's so many of them there, without looking? Because when I swim, I swim looking down, always. My sight is this way, and then I take a breath, and I go down. I never see what's in front. I don't know how. Somehow my body navigates itself in the water.
Do you believe there's something out there controlling your movement or your soul or your thinking? That speaks to you.
Yeah, but I think, you know what? This happens to all of us. It happens to you. It happens to all of us, like in life. Swimming across the lake is a metaphor to living life. Right? So you can either live life where you constantly bump into some things, or you can live life where you flow and you just kind of go around and you don't bump into anything. That's like metaphor. And how do you do it? Well, again, it's the inner space. When inside I'm focused, I'm in flow, I'm relaxed, there's nothing to bump into. So somehow when I swim, I go around them naturally.
Have you ever thought?
If there was one time when I hit a big one, but it was for a purpose, because that's the time when I'm now outside on the wooden thing, and I see, the jet ski over there. They're gonna get me some water. I've been swimming for a few hours without water.
I'm here.
Some water. I'm in the middle of the lake right now. I'd like to drink. Okay, here's some water. So there was a purpose when I hit that one, right? The rest of the time I don't. So it's perfect. Yeah.
Have you ever thought of going to the Olympics with all these things that you do?
No, that's the thing. I'm not competing. I'm not competing with anyone. I am there to raise awareness. This swim is a swim for freedom. That's why we're doing it on the Independence Day. The weekend of the September, the event is going to be from the 20th to 23rd, the entire weekend. I'm doing 2 swims. First on the 21st of September, I'm swimming one way, and then I'm swimming back on the 23rd. And why are we doing it at that time? Because it's this element of freedom to this. I am raising awareness around the lake. When I raise awareness, I provide freedom for people to have freedom in their lives, to live a healthier life, to live a better life. It's freedom. True freedom is that. Freedom is not money. It's not things. It's not the material things. The true freedom is inside. So, and it comes with what? Awareness. And awareness comes with education. Once you know something, you can't unknow it.
Okay.
You will know it till the rest of your life. That's why I look at wisdom as the most value in the universe.
Okay.
There's no money you can ever put on awareness and wisdom.
So the 21st is the first swim?
Yes.
Then
That's the birthday of the first president of Ghana, who gave what to people of Ghana? Freedom.
No. So the second swim is a day after.
So the day after, we're gonna do performances, fun. I'm going to be doing some practice on the beach, training. We're gonna talk about environment and all these things. I'll rest.
Okay.
And then the following day on Monday, I'm gonna swim back from Ankasi back to Abono. And then we're gonna celebrate at the end with the big fire, tall one. Bonfire to celebrate. And because I tell you this, after being in the lake for so many hours, all I want is just be by the fire.
Yeah.
Because I have to balance the element of water with the element of fire, because they're the opposites.
So when you leave us for how many hours minimum the swim? How many hours are we looking at?
This is a very good question, because the last time I was swimming, I was hanging out in the lake and I ended up being there for 6 hours.
You're in the water for 6 hours?
For 6 hours. And everyone's like, so are you done? Can we just already go to the shore? Can we dock and finish the swim? It's 7:30 p.m. at night. The sun went down. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's finish the swim. 8 p.m. we finished the swim.
So on that,
crazy like that. I'm not gonna do that during the event. I'm not gonna do that.
So let's say minimum of 5 hours.
No, I think. Listen, I can swim that lake. I say 3.5 hours if I don't hang out too much. If I just go straight. You understand? If I don't hang out and
imagining how you're going to do it.
Yeah, so okay, there's going to be a boat following, to film, there's medical, of course, important, it's going to be that there. Yeah, there's a jet ski with water and fast moving. Okay. And then there's also my team, the youngsters from the towns that play water polo, guys that are in the team of water polo. They're going to be on the wood. Wood plank. Yes.
Fishing.
And they're going to be, because jet ski creates waves, so they can come close, give me water, but also they can help with directions a little bit, because once I'm in the middle of the lake, it's hard to see guiding points because everything is so far away. It's nice to be able to have some direction, hey, swim a little bit right, swim a little bit left, So that will help the swim to be shorter time.
Okay.
So I don't have to be there for 6 hours, I can do it.
So once you are away, what will be happening at the Abono?
You have to ask that people.
Because I've left us.
I don't know what they're gonna do. People are just going to meditate on the beach. Oh, she's swimming. I don't know. Celebrate.
You're going to be there whilst we will be waiting for you the next 2 days to come back?
No.
They'll drive you back?
No, the jet ski brings me back immediately.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as I swim across,
then they'll bring you back to join us.
The thing is that, look, if we really want to, I can swim both ways in one day. Do we want to do that? We can do that. But I'm saying that event is 4 days, the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So let's spice it up.
So day one, you swim to the other side.
Saturday, I swim to the other side. Once I'm there, jet ski will take me back to meet the people, to talk with everybody.
Then Monday, they'll take you there, then you swim back.
Yes.
Okay. So the activities will be like musical segment.
Yes.
Talks about environment.
Yes.
About your life.
Yes, and actually, I'm going to be practicing energy mastery on the beach, and people can join me. Kids join me all the time. I train they're all dragons, they're fire dragons. They all breathing like this, doing all of that, of mastering the breath. You
Okay,
know.
so there's something here that you wanted us to discuss. I want to get it so that we talk about it. It's about your dress. You designed the dress by yourself. You got the accessories by your recommendation and your request.
Yeah, so I've been developing my lifestyle brand called Giza. Remember I told you about the skin product, and then it's the fashion line. So I'm just so grateful because in collaboration with Gaius Fashion and Darlington and Nathaniel, we created this in one day.
Yes, they brought it yesterday. I was there.
Yeah, just one day. I was
Who
like,
taught
I
you all
want it like
this?
this, I want it like this, I want the sleeve like this, I want this to be in front, I want this color, I want that. And they were able to literally go and put it together all like exactly how I want it in one day.
What's your educational
Only in
background?
Ghana.
Yes. What's your educational background? What did you learn at school?
Okay, this is a very, very good question. Thank you for asking. My mom, thank you, Mama. She is the best because she put me everywhere. She said, you're a child, you will have no free time. I lived a different life, not like people live right now. I didn't have a phone to be on social
play
media all
with.
day. We did not do that. For me, it was dancing, languages, drawing, creating, sports, thinking, performing, singing, playing piano. Basically everything. I did it all. It was class from class, class from class, class from class.
Your time was occupied.
It was school, then it was after school, after school, after school. I was on 24/7.
No time to joke around.
There was nothing. It was that. And then during summer, that's when, thanks Father, he's the one that's the energy master. That's my father.
Okay.
And nature, education of all of that. I grew up on the lake just like Basomtree. It's called Borovoya.
Oh, okay.
B-O, same two letters. Basomtree, Borovoya.
Okay.
Very similar environment, and I was there with my father, and he just said, go to the mountain with that tall one, climb on my own. I'm like, really? And I'm a little, he's like, go. See you later. He was like that kind of father who gave me freedom to do things that I'm meant to, and he trusted that I'm going to be okay. And thank God, because you, as a parent, you have to trust that you can let your little girl travel to United States of America as a teenager by herself, and she's going to be okay. Or swim across the lake.
Have you informed them?
Well, my father is now in the spirit world. He's no longer in the physical.
Okay.
He transitioned. Him and I, my father and I have this type of relationship where we're in communion all the time. He's the one that brought me to Lake Basomtree. My father brought me there.
Okay. Spiritually.
Yeah. And he said, explore, enjoy, And I was like, so can I swim across the lake? Yep, just a power right decision, go do it.
You hear the voice?
When with my mom, she's like, is there going to be a boat? Is there going to be medical?
Yeah, she's looking at your safety.
And I'm like, Mom, I already did it. You already did it?
Spiritually done.
It's just crazy. So my brother, just like my brother, all right, yeah, that's my sister. Normal life. I can expect something like that from her. So I have the best family that I can ask for the kind of strange, weird, and crazy person like me, that they're able to accept my crazy ideas.
Talking about fashion, style, and all, what's the meaning of those signs on your arms?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. These are real tattoos.
How many tattoos?
Real ink,
Okay.
ink created by extraordinary tattoo artist. One in the universe. Her name is Bloom. She works from Paris. And when we were developing this project, I decided that these are going to be Venus hands.
Okay.
the hands of the goddess of Venus.
Venus as in the...
Venus is the Aphrodite, the beauty goddess.
Okay.
Like, for instance, in Ghana, it would be the equivalent to Asase Ya,
Okay.
the goddess.
The
Yeah.
goddess.
So, because in every religion or every traditional, culture, there's goddesses and gods, and they all sort of connected. There's thread between them throughout different cultures. You know, there's like the main one, then there's the main woman, and so Venus. And I have some cocoa. These are cocoa flowers of the cocoa tree.
Okay.
So I said we're gonna put the flowers of the cocoa tree because cacao is the spiritual plant to me. You know, it's a medicine. It's a herb that has it's great for your heart. It opens the heart. It's healing. It's a healing plant.
Right.
I look at it. To me, cacao is gold. So.
How about all these things, all these designs on your fingers?
Yeah, all of this. So, they're like these higher consciousness imprints, So everything I touch with my hands turns to gold.
So who got this idea? She got this idea of this design.
No. So I
you call for
together. It was the collaboration.
And the purpose was to get what? To achieve what?
To create Venus hands. These hands brought me to the Lake Basom tree.
How many years ago? Or how many months ago?
This was just done right before I arrived to Lake Basom tree. This was done this year in June.
Oh, okay.
Do you see? In July, I was already on Lake Basom tree.
Okay.
So there's the direct connection.
She used how many days to finish this?
I just came there and within a few hours it was done.
Okay, hours.
Yeah.
And you have this owl. The ring.
Thank you for asking. You're good. You're good. So I actually raised 2 real owls.
Okay.
There was a period of my life where I became a falconer. Well, actually, falconry is a culture in the background where I'm from.
Okay.
In Kazakhstan. Have you seen pictures of men with these big eagles that go hunt? That's falconry.
Okay.
So, but I wasn't working with eagles. I was working with owls. So, and it's a different consciousness, different element. But I raised 2 owls. And
they look scary.
No.
They look scary.
No, they're so cute. Yeah, maybe I'll show you a picture. They're so cute.
Where are they?
No, I released them to the wild.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it was owls that required that relationship between human and owl at that time. Okay. And then when they have grown up, and I mean, I literally babied that owl. I taught her how to hunt, how to get that first meal.
Hunt for itself.
Yeah, I literally was, because it's a baby owl, right?
Yes.
Who doesn't have owl mom. I'm the mom. So how do I teach an owl to hunt? So I literally I had a prey on the string line, move slowly on the floor so she can learn, okay, I have to catch it. I taught her everything, and she has grown, and once she has grown, she had a boyfriend. That's the second owl, 2 of them, Kusaka and Ra. That's their names. Ra.
You are their mother.
And Ra, by the way, is the Egyptian god Ra. Okay. So, and they were in a relationship, and one time it was time to let them go because they've grown up and they want to have their own family, and I'm no longer, a part of that. So it was the most difficult decision.
Who gave them to you?
No, so the owl, nobody gave them to me. It was the owl that was lost, that didn't have a parent to raise the owl. So it would have died.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many tattoos do you have?
So
apart from this?
So I have this here.
This is Chinese?
No, this is Hindu.
Hindu, okay.
This is also for Venus, by the way.
Okay.
So these are sacred vibration. We're called mantras. That's a name, mantra. So sacred text. It's a Sanskrit language. So, and this is about the stars. This is my connection with the celestial bodies. Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Venus, Mercury.
Do you see future sometimes? Do you hear voices that tells you that this guy or this man or I can foresee this thing happen.
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
And it happens.
Yeah, like for example, I saw your face, that picture that's in your office.
The art.
I saw that art. I've been seeing it for a long time. It started about 10 years ago, you know. So I didn't know what, it's a face that I see very clearly. So when I saw the art, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm right here now. Look, it took 10 years. These tattoos, I have seen them about also 10 years ago. At the time, she wasn't even tattooing.
Okay.
Can you imagine that? She wasn't even tattooing when I already seen the design, this vibe.
So it's like an image that you have seen, but the time you realize you have made that image in future.
It's so precise. It's like precise.
It's like you can see something today.
Yes.
But by next week or next year, it will happen physically.
Yeah.
Where do you get that thing from?
So this is called remote viewing. This is nothing extraordinary. There's many people in the world that do that, and actually, you know, some governments use people that have this skill to locate certain things.
Okay.
I mean, this is nothing. I'm not the only one.
It's all magic.
But you also have that too. You think about first you always visualized, then you created the studio. It didn't just get created. You first saw it in your imagination. So this is what it is. It's a process of imagining something that then you can create. Imagine first. I mean, the phone right now, you see how you're using your phone? Do you realize that before this has become a phone, somebody's idea was that, oh, we're going to have this square, it's going to have a flat screen, and we're going to move our fingers on it, and it will do things. First, it was an idea.
Yeah.
Then that idea was drawn as a draft. Then people who do technology were brought in to put it into technical. And then people that do materials put the materials, and now you're holding it and it works. So everything always started as a vision, as idea, and then it has become the reality. So I want to just point out that there's nothing extraordinary about anything that I do. Okay. We all have that, everything. It's just I talk about it openly, and I just break it down to like ABC and make it simple.
At what age did you leave Russia?
Okay, well, I was very young, you know, I was a teenager. I was a teenager, and I never traveled anywhere, you know, meaning it was a little crazy, but I did it.
But you've been doing crazy things throughout your life.
Throughout my life, yeah. That's why swimming across the lake, it's kind of like, that's why I'm like, Mom, but you know, don't be surprised. You know, I left at a young age. Swimming across the lake, it's like a normal day. We're just doing it.
What has been the craziest thing you have ever done that nearly hurt you?
The craziest thing that I've ever done.
That nearly hurt you.
That nearly hurt me.
That you even regret.
Okay, nothing I regret. Nothing. Everything is perfect. But I feel that it's, you know what it is? It's not loving myself. There was a point of my life where I didn't love myself.
You didn't love yourself?
I didn't love myself.
You're going through some challenges?
What I'm saying is, because of not loving myself, I was self-destructing, you know, self-destroying. Certain behaviors and things that I was doing I was hurting myself because I didn't love myself. This is the most dangerous thing I've ever done in my life that nearly killed me.
But what happened for that thing to happen to you? Before not loving yourself, what had happened?
Okay, I feel that all of us, at some point of our life, face the time when we have to face that part of ourselves that doesn't love, right? So we all, at some point of time, come to that pivotal time where you have to choose. Are you gonna love yourself, or are you gonna not love yourself? So nothing happened. Answering your question, nothing happened. I was just living my life, and I got to that pivotal time where I needed to make the choice. And you probably noticed in your life that right before something really amazing to happen, you have to go through the toughest mountain. You know, there's this expression that is, by the way, in the salon of your wife, Olivia.
Yeah.
When I was there, I saw it.
The image.
The image, it says, the greatest view is always after the toughest climb.
Exactly.
So that dangerous time that you're talking about was the point where I was faced with that type of decision, where it was like, you're either gonna do the tough climb and love yourself, and you're gonna have to let go of all of that not love then. Or you don't wanna do the tough climb, and then you're gonna not love yourself, and I'm gonna show you how painful that's going to be.
Okay.
So I said, of course I'm up for a climb. So I climbed out of it alone. I pulled myself out of it. Nobody was pulling me. I pulled myself. And I've let go of all that not love. So then all that stayed is love.
Okay.
And that's now self-love translates into love to other people. I cannot love other people if I don't love myself.
Yeah.
I have the same exact amount of love to others as the amount of love that I have for myself. And same thing with the nature. So who I am today, what I'm able to do today is a result, direct result of facing that time that you mentioned in my life that I needed to face. And going through it with courage,
Right.
perseverance, trust, focus, and energy mastery.
Okay, so come 20th, between 20th and 23rd September,
Yes.
after the whole activities, what kind of headlines would you be expecting
Oh my.
from various social media handles, whatever newspapers? What kind of headlines would you be expecting?
Okay, the headlines. Oh my gosh, you're crazy. I never thought of that question. okay, let's see.
The craziest woman who's from
Like
the lake.
energy master who's not a professional swimmer goes and just swims across the lake in the largest natural lake in West Africa. You know, or a Siberian girl comes to Ghana and shows people how to love nature and love themselves. Educating youth to have a better life. Ghana, West Africa, entire African continent, and internationally. Swim for freedom. You know, when I swim, I have to breathe. It's the number one element of swimming. It's the breath.
Catching breath when you come out from the water.
It's this breath that opens up the lungs. Isn't there something about this area when you hear, you feel free, like you're open? When you're like this, or when you're like this, that's where the freedom is.
So anytime you are stretching, you feel like you are
freedom. I'm free. So when I see these like big fires, that improper waste management, where burning of the plastics around the lake, all of those fires go and they sip into the lake. I can't breathe when I swim. So these are the things that we're stopping. These are the changes that are going to happen. No more of that there. Different approach. So yeah, I mean, this swim, it's so many things. It's physical, but it's also very spiritual. It's like the message.
Okay, thanks so much for joining me. And is there anything that you want everybody watching to know about you that we didn't discuss, or you know, other plans? That
But I want to know, like, okay, great. So, are you coming?
Definitely, I'm part of it. Definitely, I'm part of
yes,
this
of
project.
course he's coming. But I want to. The way I want to finish is, I want to ask you, like, what is your relationship with Lake Basomtree, and how do you feel about it?
My first time at the lake was 1995.
Wow.
That was my first time at the lake. The second time was somewhere 1990.
I wasn't even born.
My second time at the lake was 1998.
Okay.
When the opening the Basomtree resort, the opening of the resort. And before you get down to the lake, the same man has a structure at the top where they have this mast, long mast. Okay, I was there. I was then working with Crystal TV, a TV station. Yes, and I used to go there almost every month or any other week,
so
to take my guest. You know, and I had this relationship with Paradise Resort.
Paradise Resort.
Antitina.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to run this barter system with them. I was giving them billboards, And they were giving my guest, accommodation, facility.
I love Paradise Resort. It's definitely paradise.
Yes, so for the lake, I love the lake. And I know we can do so much at the lake. We can have these sky trains. If the road across the lake at various villages have a tarred road, we can do cycling race and all that.
You
all that
see
we can do.
future, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if the road is properly done, many people can build more resort, beautiful resort, to attract more tourists. If the water is clean, maybe you can get some choppers to fly from various regions to come for weekends. I remember I did something on radio. I was challenging the presidential hopeful Cheddar when he mentioned that he want to dredge the sea to Kumasi. And I was like, Lee, we have a lake. So if you can dredge the sea to Kumasi, there's a lake. Bring your investors, bring the people that you know that have money to come and invest at the lake. So for the lake, yes, I would love to see the lake, having all the best of, exactly. Because in this life, the city life, after all this running around left and right, office, home, this and that, sometimes you need some place green, serene, to relax and enjoy life.
Yeah.
I love water.
Yeah.
I used to swim every weekend. So yes, the reason why I jumped on this project. So yes.
You have true passion.
Yes. I believe we can do so much. The Ministry of Tourism can do so much at the lake. We can have a lot of activities. Home away from home, weekend with the family to see green. Yeah. We can have zoo.
Breathe fresh air. These are the areas that actually still have fresh air. Kumasi city no longer has that fresh air. It's all cars. Yeah. But there we have the clean air.
Yeah. So I pray after this project, after this event, those who have the ears will listen to us. Those who have the power to make changes, they will come and help us to, make the place beautiful.
Yeah, and I want to say this, thank you, that sometimes in life, and this is what's happening right now, sometimes in life, before we can start moving forward, we have to pause and we have to assess what's actually going on. Why can't we move forward? We can't move forward because there's something heavy pulling on us. So let's look at it. Let's face it, let's solve it so that we can start moving forward. And I feel that that's what's going on right now. Yeah. The lake is that, what you said, it's the place of retreat from the fuss and the buzz. Yeah. That every person in Kumasi needs that, to feel that. So, but in order for us to have all those ideas that you're bringing in, first we have to look at what's actually going on here and first address that, and then bring all those ideas on the top of it and make it the beautiful flower, and blossom into good tree with good roots. And so, thank you. Thank you for helping.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, we bring down the curtain right now on our conversation, Milana May, our special guest on Time with Hammer. As usual, you'll meet me on the other side of HammerTime.
It's the Time with Hammer.